Hi friends, Jessie here. We're going to practice today. It's going to be very gentle and chill. I'm just going to say hi to my altar while you take a look at the props I've got here. Um, we're going to use a couple of blocks, a blanket, a strap, and a bolster. And if you don't have those things, maybe you can find like a nice pillow from the couch, a bathrobe strap, like, or a belt, or a scarf, a couple towels. Mostly, we're going to use these blankets for like under our knees and under our heads, and the blocks, a couple of big books, or even a chair to use. It's mostly to support you and potentially the props at some point in class. So, get seated comfortably. What does comfortable mean? That is subjective, that is up to you. I like to sit with my hips a little higher than my knees because it helps the hip flexors relax. Especially like I live in the northern hemisphere, everything's getting cold, everything's clamping up. So putting a little height, if you want to sit on your cushion, if you want to sit on a block or on your blanket, and this hip is a little cranky, so I'm sliding a block underneath it to help support me. This is about as open as it's going to get right now. So get your version of comfortable. You could even lie down if that's better for you. We're going to start by just dropping in. Big breath out. If it feels safe and comfortable, close your eyes. Let my voice guide you. I'm not sure if the microphone is picking up, like there was just a big truck that went by. Maybe wherever you are, there's sounds outside of the room you're in. Just let them keep moving. Let the world keep moving around us as we bring ourselves into focus. Notice whatever's touching the props, the ground, where you're sitting. Notice your breath. We're just taking a moment here to pause between experiences, between whatever happened in the first part of your day or whatever you did before you pressed play on this video. Between that and whatever else is coming. A moment to bring our conscious awareness to our bodies, to our hearts, to our minds. If you'd like, you can bring your hands on your chest. You can stack them, or maybe bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Try to soften your belly. Let it go. Notice your breath moving in your hands. And even just this practice of bringing your awareness and attention to something that was already happening in your body is good. If this is all you did was sit and watch yourself breathe, it would be enough. If you'd like, you can start to deepen your breath in and out through your nose. Bring a little more intention, a little more engagement to your breath. And at any point, you can exhale, sigh out. And the breath starts to become audible. It starts to become one of the sounds in the space you're in that you're aware of. The next time Oh, excuse me. The next time you breathe in, fill up all the way with air. So breathe in and in and in and in and in, and then hold the breath at the top. Maybe even breathe in more. Feel your body expand into your hands. And then big exhale. Sigh it all the way out. Release your hands if they were lifted. Lower your chin and open your eyes if they were closed. And we'll get started with a little more movement. Switch the cross of your legs if your legs were crossed. Well, we were there for a minute, and that might change how your legs want to be supported or what the bolster is doing underneath you. We're going to take a twist. Bring your left hand to your right thigh and your right hand to the prop, to the floor, to the wall. I can touch the wall where I'm sitting. That feels pretty good this morning. And whatever you pick, get taller with your breath. Try to relax into the twist. So on your inhale, draw everything in and up. And on your breath out, let everything move out and down. You can peek back over your back shoulder if that feels comfortable in your head and neck. And then look forward. Keep your left arm where it is and cross your right arm in front of the left one. Tuck your chin, round your back, push your shoulder blades like away from one another. Tuck your chin. And then release, come back up to seated. Take a couple of recovery breaths between sides. Maybe even let your eyes close and just notice what is happening in your body, in your breath, in your awareness. All right, we're going to go the other way. Bring your right hand to your left leg. Bring your left hand either to the bolster, to the floor, to your back. Again, if the wall is accessible where you're sitting, or if you're sitting in a chair, like holding the back of the chair. Breathe deep. And you can hear the resistance probably in my voice because this is a stuck spot for me. And so instead of fighting it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to relax more first. Like tension needing more tension in the body is looking for a fight. So I'm going to try to offer a little more ease and let my breath bring the support that I got on the first side. So instead of trying to muscle my way through it, I'm trying to actively offer a little more space for this part of me that feels a little sticky, a little tender. Again, if you want to peek back over your back shoulder for the last breath or two. Oh. Exhale, look forward, unwind your chest and shoulders, reach your left arm across the right one, tuck your chin, round your back. Unwind, come up to seated. Take a moment to pause. Yeah. We're going to come up to our hands and knees. So move your props off the side of your mat. We'll get back to them in a little bit. I like to have my blocks on either side of the front edge of my mat so I can grab them easy at any point. Or if you have a chair, again, you can bring your chair to the front edge of your mat. One of the reasons I like to have a blanket when I practice is because I like to cushion my kneecaps. So if you have little knee cushions or a towel or a really nice cushy yoga mat, you might be okay. We're going to set up with our shoulders stacked over our wrists. We're going to have our hips above our knees. And then we're going to bring our knees a little wider apart here. We're going to shift side to side. So maybe move back and forth. Your toes could be tucked under or flat. And just move things around with your pelvis. So you could tuck and lift. You could shift your thigh bones, your femur bones around in your hip socket. Yeah, nice job. And then go ahead and release that. We're going to do kind of the same thing with our shoulders. So bring your hands a little wider and just move your joints. Like notice what is too far in one plane. Not because we're trying to injure ourselves or go past a place of comfort, but because we're actually trying to observe what's here. Yeah, nice job. Come all the way onto your belly. We're going to bring our hands side to side off the edge of the mat. Flatten the tops of your feet. And then bend your elbows up towards the ceiling. So hug your elbows in, shoulder blades together. And now we're going to do that same kind of exploration, but here in this more cobra-ish shape in the body. And you can just make it up. So if you're like, what's Jessie doing? They're not really saying what they're doing. That's right. You can't do it wrong right now. You are just mapping your body. You're saying hello to all the nooks and crannies in your chest and shoulders. Yeah. In your legs. All right. Use your hands on the floor. Come back through the middle and push all the way up to your hands and knees. Step your right foot. So we're going to come up to what I call tall knees, where you're lifted, shoulders over hips, over knees. Step your right foot forward. You can either hold on to a chair if you've got it. You could bring your hands interlaced on top of your front thigh, or you could have your hands alongside you or up above. So somewhere in this spectrum, we're just going to move in and out of this lunge. So you're going to lift back, engage your core. If your arms are up, reach. And then you're going to sit deeper, engage your kneecap, squeeze it closed to sit a little deeper, and just explore your range of motion. So that might be very little movement. If you've got the chair or if you've got your thigh, don't dump into your joints, but sort of use the support to soften someplace. Oh, maybe the mic picked up my knee crack. And then we're going to switch sides. So bring your front leg back. You could stay upright for a breath or sit back on your heels. Just take a few rounds of breath. I like to think almost like I'm sending out an echolocation signal in the body. And then I get back sort of the topography of what is happening. All right, second side. Come back up to your tall knees and step your left foot forward. Again, you can hold that chair. Bring your hands to the top of your thigh. Bring your hands anywhere. Pelvis can be an interesting place to kind of feel what your pelvis is doing while you start to move through this range of motion. Sitting deeper into the lunge and then lifting back up. Yeah, nice job. Try to maintain integrity through the muscles of the body. So without gripping, see if you can hug in towards the midline and expand out to the edges. It's a both and kind of experience. And you'll notice that what is doing more of what will kind of pass itself through the muscles in your legs and body. All right, come back to your tall knees. Nice job. Bring your hands down alongside you. And by alongside you, I mean under your shoulders, tabletop. Step your left foot back, toes tucked under. Stretch your heel away from your head. Take a couple of big, deep breaths. And then swing your right foot off the edge of your mat like a kickstand. Lower your back heel to the floor, flatten your foot, and then reach your top arm up and overhead. Reach it away from your foot. Try to get long through the left side of your body. A couple of big breaths. And then bring both hands back down to the mat. Bring your knees to the mat. You can move through some cat and cow, or find child's pose, or just pause for a breath or two. We're going to switch sides. So, step your right foot back behind you, toes tuck under on the mat. Reach your head away from your heel and breathe deep. We're coming into the side body stretch next. Swing your left foot off the edge of the mat. Lower your right foot down to the floor and reach your right arm up and overhead. Push the ground away. Stretch your side body long. That's it. And then bring both hand and knee back to the mat. Sit back on your heels. Flip your palms up. Tuck your chin. If sitting back on your heels like this is not comfortable, you can always bring a block between your heels and sit on it, or like a blanket or a bolster, or you can sit any way that works. So with your palms up on your legs and your chin tucked, this is called like Urdhva Balasana. It's like upward facing child's pose. And so if like child's pose, which we're going to do next, is ever like yucky feeling in your body, I'll just say, this is a place you can come to that will have a lot of the same energy and benefits. An inward turn. When we tuck our chin, it supports our parasympathetic nervous system. It helps strengthen the muscles around your vagus nerve and just sends a message like to your nervous system that like you're in a rest and digest pose. You're not out there like achieving or trying. We're receiving. We're just being. All right. So we're going to do a child's pose, and we're going to do it with some props. So again, if you don't have yoga props at home, or you have like I know a lot of people have like one block, they've got like random stuff, just get creative with like what you have available. And I'll try to like say options as well. You're going to need your bolster or your couch cushion, a couple of blankets, or one, I have one, or like a couple towels, depending on like what your blankets and towels are like. And then the blocks. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your blanket and fold it up into a nugget. And then you're going to take your blocks, your block, and you're going to put the nugget blanket on top of it, like this. So we're going to start like we just were, with our butt snuggled on this. And you actually might be like, oh, this is mad comfortable. This is a great way to sit, like when you're sitting in the beginning of a yoga class, and you get the option of how. It takes a lot of pressure out of your joints, I think. So, pro tip. Sorry, sometimes I just get really into practicing, and talking gets challenging. I have to come back to teacher mode. We're going to take our bolster out in front of us. And this is where your like other block might come in handy. You're going to bring your knees wide. You're going to scoot your bolster up. And then you're going to lower your chest and shoulders down. And you want to keep your butt touching the blanket and the block behind you. So that's where like a second one might come in handy. Like if you just like stuff another pillow between your hips and the blanket. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this block and put it under my bolster. Oh yeah, so that it makes a nice little headrest for me. I have my head turned the way that my earbud isn't. But you can turn your head any way that you want. You can like go forehead down. Sometimes that feels nice. And if there's any other props, if you want to like bring anything under your hands or bring a blanket, like if you need a second couch cushion or like a blanket between your belly and the bolster. I like to think about the props like packing peanuts. Like if there's any place that feels like it needs a little extra cushion, it's worth trying. You could like be shoving like your kids' stuffed animals into crevices in your body right now. That's what would be happening if I was at home practicing. We're just going to rest and breathe here for a minute or two. And like I said before, if this becomes too stressful on your joints or any other part of you and you want to come up and tuck your chin and flip your palms for a few breaths, that's a great place to like come in and out of this shape. You don't have to like, you're not like sentenced to being here, you know? You're like offering yourself a place to focus. Can I still notice where I am when I'm in this shape? Can I come back to my breath? Can I come back to my body? Soften your belly. Soften your shoulders. See if you can breathe so big into your diaphragm, into that big muscle that sort of separates the two halves of your torso, like a big parachute. See if it can breathe so big that you can feel things push onto the bolster, both when you inhale and expand, when you exhale and soften. Just a few more rounds of breath. If your head is turned to one side, you might want to turn it the other way for a breath or two. Again, I've got my little AirPod in, so I'm not going to I don't want to smush it and make it all crunkly for you guys if I don't have to. If you need to do anything else in the pose, just a few more rounds of breath. Use your hands on the ground to start to push yourself up. Oh, I feel like I smudged my mascara. And move your props out of the way. So bring your bolster off your mat. Bring your blocks out of the way. If you want your knee blanket like me, if you're pushing 40 like me, bring your knee blanket. And come into child's pose now. Oh, without the props. Any version. And just notice whatever there is to notice. Your hands pushing down and forward into the mat. Your breath moving in your chest. Any sensations in the body. Walk yourself back up. And we're coming into one downward facing dog. So move your hands a little further forward than your shoulders. Move your knees a little further back behind you. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips in the air. Oh, and then pedal out through your knees. So hips are up and back. Hands are long and strong. Well, arms are long and strong. Hands push down and forward. Oh. And then find a middle place. You want your back to be long here. So that means like your knees can be as bent as they need to. If you like peek up at the screen now, I know a lot of you are just listening, but if you peek up at the screen now, you'll see that like I've got like my belly pushing towards the tops of my thighs. I'm touching my legs. I'm getting my back really long, and then I'm pushing back and down through my heels without letting my spine just push forward. So it's a balance. Yeah, find a balanced place where your back feels long and your legs feel stretched and strong. One more big deep breath here. Let your head hang a little bit. And then come all the way down to your hands and knees. Nice. It's nice sometimes to do down dog just like a pose as opposed to like in a flow. Yeah, that's the whole story. We're going to come onto our back. So you're going to take a blanket or a towel or whatever, like a pillow under your head for no other reason than it feels nice. Grab your strap, move your blocks out of the way, maybe a little water. Okay. And then grab your bolster or another blanket or your pillow and slide it under your legs. We're coming all the way down onto our back. Oh yeah. Shavasana is coming. So, okay. Just take a moment first to get all the way down on the ground. Big exhales. Yeah, maybe flutter your lips or sigh out big. And let the ground rise up to meet you. Like notice if you're holding your weight for the floor. Cut that out. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Hold either in front of your shin or behind your thigh. And just move your right leg around. Yeah, any movement. So like we started class, just exploring how your leg moves. You can straighten it. You could do like a little half happy baby. Truly anything goes. Release the right leg down. Take a recovery breath. Just re-arrive in your body. Second side. Left leg comes in. And we just explore what it's like to move left leg while we're laying on our backs. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and let the left leg go. Come back through the middle. Find your strap. Use it however you want. I'm just going to hold one end in either hand so that I can bring my right foot into the strap. If you want to use a loop or you have another way you like to use the strap, help yourselfie. I am going to encourage you to explore where you put the strap on your foot. So if the strap is on your heel, for example, and you reach your heel up towards the ceiling as you pull the strap down. Oh, feels great for me. But yeah, what does that feel like for you? It might not feel great for you. You might be like, it's mid. What happens when the strap is on the arch of your foot? And then, of course, the ball of the foot, which is kind of like, it's a good place to get activation in different parts of your leg. So don't think about these as better or worse, but sort of experience each of those three places and then pick the one that you felt like you got the best sense of connection, that you felt like you could stay and take a few deep rounds of breath. Try to relax your shoulders down towards the mat. If your arms got really tense there, mine did, just kind of shake them out. Bring both ends of the strap into your right hand, or hold the strap with your right hand, however you've got it, and open your right leg to the right. Keep your left leg pushing down into the bolster or the floor. Breathe into your right upper inner thigh. Try to activate the left foot. Notice if it got kind of checked out there. And then hug back up towards middle. Switch the strap into your other hand and take any kind of twist. So you could kind of roll off the bolster. You could take an outer hip stretch. Oh, just realizing I didn't close that curtain. Dang, that's ADHD for you. I did the one, but not the other. Hopefully it doesn't look terrible, you guys. I'm sorry. I know I had microphone problems last time, and now I've got curtain problems. I'm figuring out how to record in a space that I teach people in real life in. Come on, back through the middle. Release that. It's funny, but it's true. It's like it takes an adjustment when you're teaching this way, to like doing it, to getting like your groove. Obviously, I don't have my groove yet. Okay. You might feel like a sense of like blood flow, or like a rush of like tinglies in your leg as like your connective tissue unwinds. Your leg might feel a little heavier than the other one. Just things to potentially notice to help keep you coming back to the present moment. Second side. Grab your strap, bring it around your left leg. Oh, this is my crunchy side today. And then play around with where you've got the strap on your foot. Again, getting away from like a best or a should or even better, like even getting away from that, and instead just going with interest. What's the most interesting placement for you? For your strap? And then just find a few rounds of breath with whatever you pick. Try to relax your shoulder blades towards the floor. Breathe deep into your belly and chest. Hold the strap in your left hand. Keep the right side of the body heavy and open your left leg to the side. Push down into your right leg. Hug the midline. Bring your left leg back up. And then grab the strap with your right hand and roll over into some kind of twist. Again, you can come off the bolster or keep it. And then come all the way back up. Release the strap off your foot. Move it out of the way. If there's any last movements you want to take here, we're just going to spend a minute or so in Shavasana, which means like if you're ready for Shavasana, you can like turn the video off. If you haven't, gone and hit all the subscribey buttons already, go do that. Maybe after Shavasana, it's not urgent. Uh, I'll wake us up in a minute, if you want to stay with the video. But if you're like, I have nowhere to go, I need a 20-minute Shavasana, take it. Otherwise, just settle in. Let your hands rest somewhere comfortable on the ground or on your body. Bring your awareness to the very top of your head. And see if you can relax the muscles around your eyebrows and your hair. Just notice that part of you. Try to relax the muscles around your eyes and your mouth. Let your ears get heavy. All the way down into your throat, your neck and shoulders. Just let your awareness start to drift down through your body. Spend time with each part, letting it relax, as if your awareness was warm. Your body was pliable. It is, and it is. When you get into your torso, when you get into your belly, soften your sweet, sweet belly. It's a place that gets held really tight. Just let your loving awareness bring a sense of ease into your very center of you. Relax your butt, your butt cheeks, your tailbone, all the muscles of your inner thighs and outer legs. Relax your kneecaps. Relax your feet, all your calves and ankles, everything. Your arms, your fingers. Just rest and breathe. Take a couple of big breaths all the way in and all the way back out. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can stretch out long. Or hug your knees into your chest for a breath or two. Roll all the way over to one side and just pause for a breath or two. Give yourself a moment to sort of reorient to the room you're in, to the space you are. Use your hands to push up and come into an easy seated position, whatever that means for you. Let's take one last moment here to sort of re-enter the same way we intentionally came into our practice. We'll go back to whatever it is that we go back to. Just take a few breaths. And bring your hands together in front of your heart or stack them on your chest or whatever feels good at the end of practice. And just take a moment to bow your chin towards your chest in a gesture of gratitude for the part of you that you spend all of this time connecting to. For the you that remains, regardless of life circumstances, emotional shifts, like the you that you get to experience. And thank you all so much for spending time with me on the mat. Hail yourselves, yogis. Namaste.